Saints, I'm Jenna Vandekar.
And I'm Mackenzie Wyman. And this is SFHS Today.
In national news, another school shooting took place at Oxford High School in Michigan when a 15-year-old student opened fire with intent to kill. This resulted in 4 students dead and many others wounded, according to USA Today.
In school news, it's the beginning of the second trimester and the staffing shortages continue across the board, from custodians to bus drivers to teachers. Reporters Ivy Ferrario and Anna Hayter went out to learn more about how the shortages are affecting the classes.
Why is it harder for students to get into the classes that they would like?
I think the big thing is it's been really tricky to kind of, since COVID started, to kind of figure out the number of teachers that we've needed and sections that we need. So that has been the biggest issue. And we also saw a huge number of students come back this fall. So we've seen kind of that go up. Initially, when we looked at our initial numbers, they should have been stronger. We also have added, I think we added 5 to 6 classes first try to try to balance out the numbers. We are adding more and more sections to both second trimester and third trimester to try to address the issue of class size.
When would we be able to see a difference in the classroom?
You know, I think there's part of it is, what we have to always balance out is we always have a lot of changes throughout the school year where we'll see students that'll move to Saints Online or vice versa come back. So it'll be interesting. I would imagine that second trimester will be a little bit better and then trimester 3. It's my hope that we can make sure we get class sizes down to a lower rate and long term, and hopefully that's something that kind of has to happen as far as finances and things like that.
A couple weeks ago, we sent reporters out to learn more about pep band. This week, we got to know more about honors band.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 minutes of fame.
How do you feel about getting into the honor band?
It's like a really exciting experience. I feel really happy, all my hard work was rewarded.
For me, since this will be my 3rd ever honor band, I'm really excited for it. So I put a lot of hard work into it. So.
What does it take to get into an honor band, and what does it look like?
Different honor bands have different requirements, but typically it'll be an audition of sorts, or maybe sometimes it's just a recommendation from the band teacher.
How long did it take you to prepare for this?
We only got the confirmation a week before, but I spent a lot of time over the weekend and a lot of hours practicing my music.
For me, I literally only had 2 days to prepare for my music. I would just go every day to school and just practice all day for it. So, yeah.
What is an honor band?
It's like a program that's usually hosted by either a school or a university, and they try to have people audition to come together to play certain songs.
The freshman class has officially made it to their 2nd trimester. We sent reporters out to check in on how the freshmen's 1st trimester went.
I'm Pip.
And I'm Renfro.
The 1st trimester has ended.
So we're checking on the freshmen. How do you feel your 1st trimester went?
I went really well.
Is high school different than what you expected?
Not really.
What's your favorite thing about high school?
The food.
How do you feel your 1st trimester went?
I feel like it went pretty well. It was stressful at first, but I feel like we got it. Yeah, there was a lot of main classes this try, so I'm really excited for next try, but I think this try went all right. Yeah, it went good.
How do you think finals will go?
We have no idea. I'm personally super nervous. I think they're going to go all right eventually, but I definitely think it's going to be weird to have just all those big tests in 2 days.
Yeah. And what was your favorite class this try?
German. Mine was German. I love German. Mine is probably physical science, the chemistry one, because it was just, that class is crazy with the people in it, but it was fun.
Is high school what you expected?
A little.
What is the main difference between the high school and the middle school for you?
I would say the people, although are not as mature, are more mature and are learning their grounds.
What is your favorite thing about high school?
The people.
From one check-in to another, we sent reporters out to check in with the members of Yearbook to see how their class is going.
How's the progress on the yearbook coming?
Well, we finished almost 2 deadlines so far, and there are 3 more to go. We wrap up the entire book at the end of second trimester. So we're about 2/5 of the way through right now.
All right, how does yearbook work?
So Yearbook is an honors language arts class, and everyone collaborates in the class to meet the deadlines and get spreadsheets in on time. Yeah.
So we have partners, and each group of partners has a spread that they have to do, and it's kind of stressful sometimes meeting the deadlines because certain people work faster than others, but we just need to make sure we get everything done on time.
All right, and what is your role in yearbook?
I take pictures. I go around the school and I ask people questions, and I take pictures of them, and then I help edit our page, whatever page I'm working on. Like right now I'm working on the industrial tech page and art.
And what's been the biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge is always feeling like people are getting work done in a timely fashion. And my biggest challenge is on the other side of this wall in the box right now, because they're social creatures, but they're not social enough to be getting work done fast, which is what I'm hoping for.
For this week's RQT, reporters Emily Pipp and Jacob Renfro went out and asked students and staff who their favorite fictional character is and their favorite quote.
It's the random question thing. Ding!
What is your favorite character and their best quote?
My favorite character is Indiana Jones, and my favorite quote is when he's like infiltrating the Nazi castle in Austria, I think, and he's dressed up as a Scottish lord, and the Nazis like Indiana Jones is there to see the tapestry, and the Nazi is like, if you're a Scottish lord, then I am Mickey Mouse, and then Indiana Jones says, how dare he, and then he punches the Nazi in the face.
Nice.
My favorite character is Yoda, and his quote is, when you look at the dark side, careful when you must be, for the dark side looks back.
My favorite character is Bethany Hamilton. Her quote is, I don't eat easy, I just eat possible.
My name's Lyle, and the quote I chose is, we don't get to choose our time, and Dr. Strange said that in Dr. Strange movie.
We got the Star Wars one, Anakin Skywalker. My favorite quotes from him is, this is where the fun begins.
Mine is Alexander Hamilton from the musical Hamilton, and my favorite quote from him is, I'm not throwing away my shot.
Oh. My quote is, it was first said by Chewbacca.
Now let's shoot it over to sports.
Hey Saints, I'm Easton.
And I'm Joe, and this is sports.
In national sports news, the NBA has announced that LeBron James faced a 1-game suspension for hitting Isaiah Stewart, the big man on the Detroit Pistons. LeBron will miss out on his $284,000 check, along with Isaiah, who got a 2-game suspension, missing out on his $45,000.
Now on to school sports. Speaking of basketball, the boys basketball team kicked off their season against Zimmerman on Thursday and Bemidji Saturday. Reporter Brooke, Lauren, and Grace went out and got the scoop on their thoughts on the upcoming season.
How do you think the season's gonna go?
I think we should have a pretty good season. We got a couple kids hurt right now, but when they get back, we'll be back to full and should have a pretty good season.
I think we'll decent, lots of improvement to be done, but it'll be all right.
The freshman basketball season is going to go very well this year. We have a lot of guys who came out this year. They try really hard. They get after it. They're good athletes. They're pretty skilled. We're going to keep getting better, but I think we have a chance to be really good this year.
Yeah, I also agree. I think we'll have a decent season this year. We have a young team, so hopefully some guys will step up and play their role.
I think we have a chance to be pretty successful. We're pretty excited about some of the guys we're bringing back. We have quite a few guys with some experience last year that were sophomores and now juniors, so we're looking forward to it.
What are you looking forward to this season?
I'm looking forward to just getting to spend time with my teammates, and we also get a chance to play at the Target Center, so that should be pretty fun.
I like building the relationships with the players. I like getting to know them more. I like practicing with them, jumping into drills, playing with them, pushing them every single day to get better, and seeing that development and just how good they're going to get through the whole season.
Actually being able to play, I was injured last year, so being able to play is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to just playing our games and having a fun season.
I just love being in the gym. I like, seeing our team improve from the beginning of the season through Christmas time and then after, and then heading into the playoffs. We hope to constantly show some improvement and get better and hope to be playing our best basketball at the end.
I'm looking forward to just playing basketball and the WIA games, going on the bus, and yeah.
Why do you choose to be a coach?
Because I have a passion for sports and athletics. I played sports in high school, a little bit in college, and they taught me a lot, and I hope to pass those messages on to students, and just to love being around young athletes that want to compete.
I played basketball. I went to school here. I had Coach Norton and Coach Waterworth as well. They helped me fall in love with the game of basketball. I love basketball. I like helping kids, so it's a good marriage.
The girls' basketball team also started their season as well. They played Malacca on Tuesday, Chanhassen on Thursday, and Blaine on Saturday.
The gymnastics team had their first meet on Thursday at Chisago Lakes.
The wrestling team also had their first meet on Thursday in Becker versus Becker and Scott West.
The winter dance team is heading to Ricori for their second dance competition of the season.
The boys hockey team tied Mora last Tuesday 3-3 in overtime. Our reporter went out and got some of the footage from the game.
Eric, what's your favorite season?
Winter.
Why is that?
Hockey season.
Oh, did you know the boys hockey team played against Mora last week?
They did?
Let's go find out and see how they did.
Okay.
What was the energy like on the team before you stepped out on the ice, and how did that carry through your whole game?
We were really excited. It was more on the quiet side. We were pretty locked in. We were ready to go. There were some nerves, but after the first period, once the game started getting going, we got a little more used to it and getting into the flow of things.
City was rowdy. Boys were somewhat ready. We were pretty calm in the locker room, and then once it was game time, we were ready to go.
How does it feel to score the first goal of the season?
You know, it was a poggers moment. Boys were buzzing.
So you scored one of your team's 3 goals. How does it feel to start the season off with a goal?
It felt really great, especially because of last season. I was not very productive, and it felt really nice to get going on a good start. So.
How did it feel to score the 3rd goal of the game?
It was very cool. I just sauced it in and then went and sallied with the Studi.
What are you most looking forward to improve on this season?
I think I want to improve on just my playmaking ability. I want to be able to get points on the board and help the team any way possible and get a win.
Probably just composure and keeping it together. Staying out of the penalty box and better passing.
That's all we have for sports.
See you next week.
Well, that's all we have for you this week.
Stay safe, Saints.